Hi guys, my name is Stefano and I'm a design strategist, but also the founder at the Strategic Design Hub, that is a network of professionals sharing their experiences in innovating through strategic design. This video is going to be about design thinking, and we are going to explore the difference between design thinking as a process and design thinking as a mindset. I'm creating this video because recently I participated on a conference regarding innovation in the healthcare sector. And someone in the audience asked a question about how can we use design in order to innovate. And one of the speakers in the panel was a design professor, which answered that basically design thinking is a process, the process of design. Therefore, companies can apply the design process in order to innovate. While I agree partially that design thinking can be simplified in a process, I believe that it's very important to distinguish between design thinking as a process and design thinking as a mindset, or a way to think within an organization. Okay, let's get started by observing the first interpretation of design that basically argues that design thinking is a process. This interpretation of design comes from academia, and what the professor do is try to translate a difficult concept in something that is easy to communicate, and processes make easy to translate a difficult concept as design thinking into a set of steps that a student can take in order to, first of all, understand design, and second, to apply design. Let me say that whatever I know today about design thinking is because I've learned it from great professors that were able to communicate that process of design and make it very accessible. But one day, when I started to collaborate with different organizations in helping them to implement a design thinking agenda, I quickly realized that it's much easier to implement this process of design in organizations that are already open to innovation, that already invite their customers in the design of new projects, rather than working with organizations that are closed, that rely more on structure rather than innovation. This experience in applying the same process of design thinking within different organizations opens up the possibility to ask a question. Can we look at design thinking behind a process? Can we look at design thinking as a mindset or a way to think about innovation within an organization? This way to look at design thinking through a sociological or organizational lens, let me say, that has been a little bit overlooked, because up to now design thinking has been biased toward action. Therefore, companies and organizations have started design thinking initiative even before testing their level of readiness in starting such a project. While, let me say, I am a big believer in learning by doing, I see the danger in those organizations that are starting to apply the process of design thinking before assessing the readiness of their people to implement such a process. The problem in there is that many organizations will end up blaming the process of design thinking. And in reality, there is nothing wrong with the process of design thinking. It's just a way to simplify design thinking. What is wrong is the mindset in the people that are supposed to implement design thinking. Therefore, any time that an organization needs to implement a new design thinking initiatives, has to make sure that the people are ready to embrace a new design thinking process. In closing this video, let me say that framing design thinking as a process has been a very important contribution to the ability of people, but also organizations, to understand what design thinking is. But in order to implement design thinking, we also need to understand design thinking from an organizational perspective. What is the mindset that an organization needs to develop in order to make sure that that process and tools of design thinking are implemented correctly? Stay tuned.